Welcome back. Oh, Tampa. We already love you. I love you, Tampa. Well, our guest today is basically the Sherlock Holmes of TikTok. Here's the deal. He finds people who ask to be found. And you'll see in a minute, and has gained a massive, I'm talking a massive following because of it. Look at this.
You asked me to try to figure out where you recorded this video. So I did. You're traveling south on Oak Ridge Highway in Clinton, Tennessee. Hi, I'm Jose Monkey, and I find people who ask to be found. I'm really proud of this one because I almost didn't do it because I didn't think there was enough information, but I'm really glad I did because it was super satisfying, but I caught a couple of lucky breaks, so let me explain.
Yeah. If you're still a little bit confused, don't worry, because from parking lots to forests, geo-influencer Jose Monkey can locate just about anyone simply based on the video. Audience, give it up for Jose Monkey, everybody. Hi, buddy.
Hi there. How you doing?
How you doing?
I'm doing well, thanks.
Okay, let me ask, let me get the stats right. 1.8 million followers on TikTok. How did this begin, my friend?
Well, you know, it's interesting. This is sort of a hobby that I have had for a while, where I like to try to figure out, where a video or photograph was taken. And a couple of years ago, I had this idea to start making videos in which I would do that. And at the same time, I was thinking about the fact that many people post photos and videos on the internet all the time and don't realize that they give away a lot of information when they do that. So I thought maybe it would be an interesting thing to do to start making videos in which I try to figure out someone's location when they ask me to do that. And I was not really expecting how much it would really take off, but it really kind of did. And so far, I have found people in over 600 different places around the world in, I think, 68 countries so far. So it's been kind of a lot.
Walk us through the process, because I was sharing with my team today. I do a fun game. We go to Disney World a lot, and I have friends that go there even more. And we do a really fun thing. This is before I even heard of you, where my friends will go to one of the parks and take a very extreme close-up of something in the park, and we have to guess where they are in the entirety of Walt Disney World. For you, my friend, walk me through the process. What do you do? How do you do it?
It's funny that you mentioned, finding someone at a Disney park, because I actually just did a video like that just a few days ago. Someone took a picture right outside of the Indiana Jones attraction in Disneyland, and I was able to find that location. But typically, my approach, as it was there in most videos I do, is the various details that we can see in the background of a video. Most people, when they record a video or take a photo that they're going to post online, they're thinking a lot about the subject of their photo or video, whether it be a dog or a car or whatever it is they're taking a video of. And they tend to not think all of the details in the background. And that is where I find most of the information that enables me to do what I do, because there's information all around us all the time. And putting together the details that you observe in the background, whether it be billboards or license plates or specific types of natural landmarks, there are lots of things that we can use to really narrow down the location, sometimes quickly.
Yeah, I saw one. We were watching one today in the office with Rami Malek, and I was noticing that you were noticing the architecture behind him, because he was walking quick, and you're like, oh, wait a minute, that architecture says to me London. So you look at that and signs and everything, right?
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, there are some things that are distinctive to particular cities or areas around the world, and the more you do this sort of thing, the more you start to pick up on that. You can just look at a place and say, like, well, this kind of looks like, the northeastern United States or something like that. And that sort of thing can really help to narrow things down to sometimes a country or region. But beyond that, usually you need much more specific details that you can look for to really get it down to the exact spot. Because I'm not playing guess the country. Like, I want to know exactly where you're standing.
Yeah. How long does it typically take?
It varies. Some of my longest searches have taken hours, just hours and hours of combing through Google Street View and, satellite imagery. Some take just a matter of minutes. Like sometimes I'm able to find somebody much more quickly than you might think. Like they show a place that looks like it could be anywhere, and I find it in under 10 minutes. So the funny part is that sometimes it takes me a lot longer to make a video explaining how I found the place than it did to actually find it.
We have under a minute left, and I want to end with we have the fun, but I love that you also use this as a kind of advisory to all of us, just mere mortals, how to keep us safe when we're shooting, because now everybody's online and everyone's doing the selfie videos. Give me your best advice to all of us watching, what we should keep an eye out for behind us.
Absolutely. One of the biggest things that I tell people to be careful about is anytime there's something in your video that has writing on it, unless it's like germane to what you're doing, like unless it's really important, I would say don't include it, because any kind of writing that's available gives you information, and that's information that somebody can use to figure out more information about where you were. So that's one of my big tips.
I love that. My friend, thank you so much. I love your videos. I'm a big fan.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thanks for having me on.
Be sure to follow him on social media for all the videos. You'll get started and you'll be guessing along with it. It's great. When we come back, the secrets to preserves and my homemade biscuits. Next. Back in a moment, everybody. It's Southern Day.